Another day, another Chinese drama we can farm on this channel to make some free content. Thank you ShiftUp, thank you Nikke for providing us with free entertainment. Today's topic is going to be Neon Blue Ocean and how the Chinese server has changed her kit in order to make her more of a viable pick. Now, even with these Chinese changes, I am not sure how good she would be on global. I don't think it will be nowhere near enough considering the characters we have nowadays, right? We have to understand Summer Neon was one of the first seasonal characters we got, the third one, because we got two on Christmas, right? We got Miracle Fairy N and Winter Rupee, two characters that also suck ass, and then we got Neon. And after Neon, it's when they actually started making good seasonal characters. Neon was the last really awful seasonal character we got so far in 3 years, right? We'll see if we keep getting good ones. So let's talk a little bit about all of this. As usual, before we start, hello gamers, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. And today's topic is going to be Neon Blue Ocean, why she sucks and is one of the worst DPSs in the game, compared to even Crow if you want as a DPS, or even Breed, characters like that, right? How the Chinese server has changed, and why this change might not even be enough in global. So, leave a like, subscribe, comment to the channel, and let's get directly into this. Summer Neon is a pretty basic beach machine gun, right? 300 bullets, 2.5 reload time, 5.57 of attack as damage, 201 attacking core. Again, basic stuff for a machine gun. She does not have like any extra or higher damage than usual, and her kit is pretty simple but really underwhelming. So when we talk about her skills and why she is so bad in global, you have to understand that both the skills are passive. The skill 1 is activated when using burst skill, affect himself, and it will proc, of course, 1, 2, 1, 3, just like litter, just like volume, it will proc repeatedly. And this is damage to parts. So her skill 1, it's already a skill that's niche, a skill that will only be used on specific bosses. And they did this a lot with the early Summer characters. You also have Summer Rosanna and Summer Sakura, I believe, have similar things with parts, but their kits overall can't function without that. We have Summer Neon where a whole skill 1, it's completely gone in most content in the game, because most bosses will not have parts, and then the important part is most bosses will not have parts that can regenerate. Because yes, you might be able to have a boss with parts, but then they don't regenerate through the whole fight, meaning skill 1 is only used for, like, let's say 10 seconds, 20 seconds until you break them, right? So skill 1 is completely useless. Skill 2 is pretty similar in the sense that it will activate and trigger previous effects repeatedly, but instead of being damage to parts, it's an actual decent skill. It's superior elemental cold attack damage, aka increased elemental damage, which is fantastic, but is nowhere near enough because there is no other skill, there is no other buff, and her burst, it's really underwhelming. Her burst will change her weapon from a machine gun to some sort of a shotgun if you wish. It's not really a shotgun, it's a mix between a shotgun and a rocket launcher, like for example what the Scarlet Black Shadow has. As you can see, change the weapon in use for 7 seconds. Of course, it will also do additional damage to the enemies that are fire. But this is at level 10 at 33%. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. This burst does no damage at all. You can just run her as an off burst and she does the same damage. The problem is that as an off burst, the only thing she's doing is increasing her own elemental damage when you want her burst stage 3. That's it, nothing else. So she's a character that has no real self buffs, because after, you know, the elemental damage there is nothing else. There is no attack damage, no pierce, no sustain, no nothing. So she has no self buffs, and her own percentages are really low. So it's a character that, like I was saying earlier, can be compared to Crow. It's one of the worst DPSs in the game by far. Which, by the way, I have to fully invest. I already put a doll on. I need to get her overload gear and to 10 because you guys pay for that. Amazing use of my resources, if you ask me honestly. That's it. That's why she sucks so much in global, okay? It's a character that is just underwhelming overall, no matter what you do. Now, what they did in CN in order to fix this is they changed a couple things. So let me open the picture right here. The first thing that they changed is skill 1. So when you enter Fell Burst, she's gonna be getting an 85% attack boost for 15 seconds. Meaning now skill 1 at least has usage. Because previously it was only this damage to parts, and damage to parts was completely niche, meaning you could be leaving this at level 1 and it will not affect your damage output overall, right? So now you have an actual buff for herself, 85% for 15 seconds, which means it's the whole full burst, and then depending how fast your rotations are, almost until the next rotation. Really good. Skill 2, it's exactly the same, nothing changes. So it's still the same percentages, elemental damage. I don't think this is bad, because elemental damage, again, is already a really good buff. It doesn't really need any changes in here. And then her burst was also changed, because like I was saying earlier, at level 10 this burst it's 33% attack, and now has been changed to 88% of attack, which is a really big difference, and it's final attack on both of them. And it's 88, by the way, as you can see, on both the extra damage that you are doing and also the weapon it changed. So it's actually decent numbers. Now when I say decent numbers, we have to compare her with other water DPSs, right? And this is still not enough for us, at least for us, for example, in global. If she was to get those buffs, it's not enough to be competing with the new characters we have, be it the Helm Treasure, Summer Doro, Summer Elec, even with Quincy it's probably not gonna be enough. And then of course Lulu Mila with her utility, you cannot compete. I don't know if she could catch up to a character like Phantom or to even Summer Guillotine, but that's still like just pure speculation, because again we cannot really compare those characters here. So I like her changes. It's still not enough in my opinion in global to make her like an actual good pick, and I would love to get these changes in the global server. Remember that the Chinese version has so many characters that have gotten small buffs that just make them better, like Dorothy. Her CDR is not based on last bullet, it's based on how many times she's shooting. She's healing, she's providing damage taken debuff, she's doing so many things, and even her CDR was improved and is bigger. It's 2 point something seconds instead of 1.56. So everything was changed on Doro, and it's overall a better character. Now, it still would not be meta, but it helps a character that clearly is falling, right, and has lost almost all her usage in the last 5-6 raids, and now she could actually be revitalized a little bit and be used again by people who invested in her. I don't know why Shift Up is allergic to making these buffs. Like, I just don't understand why it is so hard to just go and buff the characters that clearly are falling out of the meta. And I just don't care about the treasure system, okay? Treasure system is a bad excuse to sell you another gacha skin when they're doing it for Viper or for any of the girls in here, right? Be it Helm, be it Viper, they'll do a gacha skin for Toph soon probably, etc. I just don't like it, because it's just, yes, some of them are good, some of them are fucking awful, and we only get 3 or 4 every 6 months or whatever it is, right? So it's just not enough. Considering the rate at which they release characters and the amount of characters we have in the game, fucking lot of units, right? It's just not enough in my opinion, just having those treasures as the only way of buffing characters. I would love if they actually just went and did small batches of, hey guys, we are updating 10 characters that clearly are dog shit, so they get a little bit more of usage. At least you can use them if you like Breed, if you like Crow for some reason, if you like Summer Neon, etc. All those guys, right? That would be really nice. But again, it's Shift Up, we never know what they're thinking, it is what it is. But that's everything for this video. Just wanted to go a little bit over Summer Neon, why she sucks ass, and the changes she got on the Chinese version. Like I was saying, I have to fully invest in her. When that's done, I'll make a separate video testing and comparing her to other water DPSs. But that's gonna be everything for today. As usual, we are live every single day. Do leave a comment down below for anything related to this video or NIKKE questions in general. And as usual, good luck with your pool dinner rates, and I'll see you in the next one.